Tonight, a powerful post-tropical cyclone slips away after whipping through Atlantic Canada. Now it's time to tidy up. Uprooted trees, upended coastlines, widespread power outages.
Thankful that it wasn't as bad as, what it could be.
Surveying the damage after Lee lands a glancing blow. Parliament returns to work.
We have a lot of issues with the cost of rent, cost of grocery.
The big challenge ahead, affordability. Plus the red wool sweater that smashed records.
I think Princess Diana has really used fashion as a way to communicate.
A standout piece receives a stunning bid at auction.
CTV National News with Sandy Ronaldo.
Good evening. What a difference a day makes. The post-tropical cyclone called Lee that roared into Nova Scotia and blew through New Brunswick moved past PEI into the Gulf of St. Lawrence today, heading to Newfoundland. The big storm with its powerful winds and heavy rain left behind a trail of downed trees and damaged coastlines. At the height of its fury, nearly 200,000 households were without power. The storm surge caused flooding in some parts. Now it's all about cleaning up as Atlantic Canada breathes a sigh of relief. It could have been much worse. CTV's Creason Ashkate reports.
Downed trees are scattered everywhere. Vicky and Gary Gull are in disbelief.
It's a very emotional day for us all.
Their annual camping area of 4 decades is no more, taken by post-tropical storm Lee.
It's never going to be the same. We camped here in big storms back in the day and never saw anything like this. Never.
Further down the coast, this breakwater was no match for Lee's destructive force, as large amounts of ocean water broke through. Crews have been working around the clock to restore power, while farmers like Robert Horst in the Annapolis Valley are holding their breath.
Less damage than I expected, but also that will still be determined.
Just north of Halifax, people say flooding has been an ongoing issue in Kentville for almost a decade.
This is what we are now facing as a coastal province. So we need to be prepared as much as we can. We need to make sure that we're building infrastructure with that lens, climate lens.
Darren Hudson is cleaning up after Lee snapped trees in his yard. He's thankful this area was somewhat spared.
It wasn't as bad as, as it could have been. Luckily, the cold North Atlantic water took the wind out of the sails of Lee there.
In Barrington Passage, more than 4 feet of sand washed away at this beach, something locals will see more of with each passing year.
With climate change now, it's going to get worse. There's going to be more all the time, so it's unfortunate, but it's reality.
Nova Scotia prepared for the worst this time around after experiencing Hurricane Fiona just 12 months ago. But with no one seriously injured with Lee, it's clear this storm didn't pack the same punch. Sandy.
Okay, Creason, thank you. Now, that was also the situation in neighboring New Brunswick, where the fierce winds and flooding weren't as bad as predicted. CTV's Heather Butts reports from St. John.
Under sunny skies, the cleanup begins after Lee thrashed the Fundy coast with its pounding surf and heavy downpours. In New Brunswick, the storm downed trees and caused localized flooding.
When the tide is high and it's raining right hard, well, we get flooded.
Fred Ward lives in a flood-prone neighborhood in St. John where there's some relief.
I thought it would have been worse, but we're pretty lucky.
Lee arrived with wind gusts up to 100 kilometers per hour in some communities. But overall, it didn't bring the punishing damage as Fiona, the most recent hurricane, fresh on the minds of those who live here. $3 million in damage to the Shediac Wharf last September. The community this round relatively unscathed.
Look, we're preparing for the worst, but we're hoping for the best, and we got the latter part.
These storms are becoming annual events on the coast. People have learned to be prepared. Climate change is making them more intense, but it's not making them any more predictable.
Fundamentally, you can't sit down at the best computer in the world and figure out what the schedule of hurricanes is going to be, much less where they're going to land.
Lee's track shifted several times. Its landfall not as harsh as some expected.
That chaos is something that's very hard to sort of stomach, because it seems like science should be able to predict things, but there are certain phenomena in nature that are by their nature unpredictable.
Adding to the worry for those living along the Bay of Fundy, coastal erosion has claimed homes in the past and is only getting worse.
We're losing about a foot a year. So 7 years ago, my neighbor Ray used to mow on the other side of the telephone support beam.
Joey Archibald Hellmeister is among those watching anxiously as the Bay of Fundy gnaws away at their neighborhood.
We sort of lucked out on our little corner. I feel bad for those that didn't luck out.
Lee's most intense winds and waves arrived here at low tide. No catastrophic damage in most coastal communities, but it adds to the yearly erosion, getting worse with every storm. Sandy.
All right, Heather Butts in St. John. Thanks, Heather. So Lee is weakening as it brushes past Newfoundland and heads out to sea. That is the good news. The bad news, the hurricane season isn't over yet. In fact, we're just halfway through it. CTV Atlantic Chief Meteorologist Kalen Mitchell joins us. Kalen.
Thank you, Sandy. Well, Sunday afternoon, the Canadian Hurricane Center, National Hurricane Center, issued their last updates for post-tropical storm Lee. It would now be considered a remnant weather system. What's left of it is moving over northern and western areas of Newfoundland, and from there it's off towards the North Atlantic, bringing in some gusty wind conditions to areas of Newfoundland and a bit of heavy rain towards the north shore of Quebec. As far as the hurricane season has gone so far here in the Atlantic, it started off slow, but the National Hurricane Center and through the United States actually issued an update increasing their forecast at the start of summer, especially for the peak of the season, which we're into now. You can see as we take a look at the climatology for occurrences of tropical storms and hurricanes, it does peak right around mid-September before falling into October and then continuing to fall into the end of the season, which is the end of November. And we've certainly seen an increase in the number of named storms over the last couple of weeks. The latest is actually Nigel, so we're already down to the letter N when it comes to the names that they're using this year. Nigel, however, looks like it is going to remain far off towards the east of Atlantic Canada. It's not an imminent risk. Sandy.
Okay, Kalen, thank you for this. Earthquakes. Canada is monitoring the risk of more tremors after 3 minor quakes struck off the coast of BC early this morning. The agency says a 4.0 magnitude earthquake hit first west of Port Hardy. It was followed a few hours later by a 5.5 quake in the same area, and then a third, but smaller, 4.2 tremor not long afterwards. There are no reports of damage and no tsunami is expected. Well, the fault lines between Canada's major political parties will be tested Monday morning when Parliament resumes for the fall sitting. The Liberals, hoping to end the beating their party is taking in the polls, are expected to lay out new housing and cost of living initiatives, while the Conservatives are already planning their attack. CTV's Judy Trent has a preview from Ottawa.
Steps from Parliament comes a plea from a Canadian paying $4,000 a month in rent.
Cost of rent cost, the same as grocery cost, insurance cost.
Mohammed Aslamamizad is an electrician. 80% of his income is spent on housing. Like more and more Canadians, he lives paycheck to paycheck.
There will be a stark debate.
Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre says he'll focus on fixing the housing crisis and remove the carbon tax to lower fuel and food prices. He scoffs at the Prime Minister's intention to force grocery CEOs to come up with a plan by Thanksgiving to stabilize prices.
And we are not ruling anything out, including tax measures.
This is more political theater. Justin Trudeau is an actor. What we actually need is action.
Delayed action makes the Liberals vulnerable. The government has begun distributing money to cities from the Housing Accelerator Fund, 18 months after the funds were earmarked in the budget. Then it removed the GST from the building of new rental apartments, a campaign promise it made 8 years ago. This pollster says Liberal supporters are turning elsewhere.
Millennials were the ones who gave the Liberals their majority, had probably saved them in the last 2 elections, and they're doing the worst among that cohort.
The challenges are obvious from within their own party. This MP entered politics to help find a housing solution.
I'm 32 years old. I'm a member of parliament. I haven't been able to purchase a home.
Families can't afford their mortgage.
It's all fodder for a new attack ad on Trudeau and NDP leader Jagmeet Singh, who is propping up the minority government. Some members of the Liberal caucus want to fight fire with fire and go on the attack. But when it comes to issues of affordability, political analysts point out that the government has the tools to help Canadians get through this. It just has to use them. Sandy.
Judy, thank you for this. Advocates for the country's estimated 1.7 million non-status migrants say the undocumented are bearing the heaviest burden of Canada's housing and affordability crisis. So today, on the eve of Parliament's return, thousands hit the streets to demand equal rights.
The people united will never be defeated.
They called on Ottawa to recognize the plight of those without permanent resident status, saying it leaves migrant workers and students without basic rights and protections.
Being undocumented puts my life at risk because I don't know what might come tomorrow.
Similar migrant marches took place this weekend in 15 Canadian cities. Well, a small island has become the epicenter of Europe's migrant crisis. Asylum seekers crossing the Mediterranean from Tunisia now outnumber the entire population of Lampedusa, swamping authorities and aid organizations. It's a major problem for Italy's Prime Minister, who today vowed to do something about it. CTV's Jill Makashon reports.
Off a tiny Sicilian island in flimsy boats, migrants from North Africa keep coming. More than 7,000 have arrived in just 3 days, overwhelming the island of Lampedusa and its population of just 6,000 people. At least 2 children are reported to have died on the sea journey, including a newborn baby. This humanitarian emergency leaving thousands vying for shelter at the island's only community center.
The center is for 600 people, not for 7,000. And it is not possible to ensure more services in Lampedusa. So there is the necessity to take them in other parts of Italy.
Since the start of 2023, nearly 130,000 migrants have arrived in Italy, more than double the same period last year. The Italian Prime Minister, who vowed to stop illegal migration, arrived in Lampedusa today, along with the European Union President.
Migration is a European challenge, and it needs a European answer and solution.
She promised a 10-point plan to help, including boosting funding and equipment for the Coast Guard in Tunisia, the main departure point for most migrants. As Europe tries to control the influx, those arriving continue to see this land as their new best hope. This man wants to live in France. I've come here to help my family. I'm going to help my family, he said. The Pope in his Sunday address called the migrant situation a difficult challenge that must be faced together, he said, for the future of us all. The European Union president promised tougher measures, including more detention centers for those who arrive in Europe illegally, and anyone ineligible for asylum will be returned to the country they came from. Sandy.
All right, Jill, thank you. Ukraine is claiming victory against Russian forces today after taking back a couple of villages. It comes on a day Canada announced funding for Ukraine's air defenses, and it's happening just days before President Zelensky flies to New York to address the UN General Assembly. Today, Defense Minister Bill Blair was in the UK meeting with Canadian troops at a training centre for Ukrainian recruits. Blair announced Canada will spend $33 million to help Kyiv secure its skies against Russian missiles. Well, Russia also got an international show of support from one of the only friends it has left. North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un headed home today from a week-long trip to Russia. The lavish send-off was complete with parting gifts from President Putin, body armor, and attack drones. The two talked about military cooperation while Western allies warned any arms deals would violate sanctions. And the humanitarian crisis in Libya is now into its second week. The United Nations today revised the death toll from the devastating floods to just under 4,000 after previously reporting more than 11,000 had died. Meanwhile, emergency aid is trickling into the region, but organizations say much more help is needed. Coming up, reversing course.
Fan of yours for years, like years and years.
Drew Barrymore presses pause on her talk show. Plus, a controversial coach steps down before stepping behind the bench. A hockey coach's comeback is over tonight before the NHL season could even begin. Mike Babcock resigned from the Columbus Blue Jackets just 2 months into the job following an investigation into his conduct. Players accused him of violating their privacy by scrolling through their phones, looking at their pictures. Babcock says he was just getting to know them. The veteran, who's won the Stanley Cup with the Red Wings and Olympic gold for Team Canada, has been out of the league since he was fired by the Toronto Maple Leafs 4 years ago. A plot twist today for a Hollywood A-lister who waded into a labor dispute between the studios and the Writers' Union.
Please welcome Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore had planned to air the new season of her talk show starting Monday. Facing a backlash, she is back down and will now wait until the strike is over, saying, "I truly hope for a resolution for the entire industry very soon." And a co-founder of Rolling Stone magazine has been fired from his job at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for something he said while promoting his new book. In an interview with the New York Times, Jan Wenner made inflammatory comments about Black and female musicians. He has since apologized. Still ahead, dim the lights until next year. Toronto's illustrious film festival rolls the credits. Well, that's a wrap on the 48th Annual Toronto International Film Festival, which closed tonight. The top prize, People's Choice Award, went to American Fiction, a satire of the publishing industry.
Oh, here you are. I've got a good bat costume here to show you.
Well, a Canadian story, Mr. Dress-Up, The Magic of Make-Believe, took home Best Documentary. And 2 more Canadian films with Indigenous directors are the focus of tonight's Indigenous Circle. CTV's Donna Sound has our double feature.
They say laughter is the best medicine, and that's what the film Hey Victor brings.
You know, I felt that in creating this, we have to have something, not just with my project, but just in general, to make people laugh. There's a lot of heavy content out there.
How's the movie coming along?
Cody Lightning writes, directs, and stars in the film. He's also been named TIFF's 2023 Rising Star.
It's been having an amazing start to our festival run. We first premiered our world premiere was at Tribeca.
Little Victor, as most people know me or should know me.
In the mockumentary comedy, Lightning mocks himself as he tries to bring back an acting role he played in his childhood, having no shame while doing so.
We added in a lot of dysfunctional aspects to, you know, who we are.
He's from a family of actors.
Go get my goddamn gun.
His mother Georgina and sister Crystal Lightning both make a cameo.
Just having my mom being our coach and stuff like that, it made it that much easier. It was like, you know, a bonus.
It's time to get sober.
In one scene, his intervention
Let's get her going right, eh?
turns into a party.
Please,
Can't drink at an intervention.
Hey Victor is one of a handful of Indigenous movies at this year's TIFF. On the more serious side, What We See looks at the lives of 2 sisters who live in very different locations. One in the barren lands of Nunavut, the other in the crowded big city of Montreal. Both are working to heal and overcome childhood trauma and want to show the world what it's like in the Arctic.
It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to take time to feel your feelings and to hopefully heal.
Both films will be touring the festival circuit, moving on to the Vancouver Film Festival. Donna Sound, CTV News, Toronto.
Well, millions of Canadians laced up their shoes today to help find a cure for cancer. In Terry's name. The annual Terry Fox Run took place in communities right across the country. It was April 1980 when Fox kicked off his Marathon of Hope, running more than 5,000 kilometers before his cancer returned, forcing him to stop.
Terry Fox had inspired generations of people that believe that we each can play a part to find a cure for cancer.
Terry Fox's original goal was to raise $1 million for cancer research. So far, his runs have brought in more than $850 million. After the break, the frenzy for royal fashion.
And I looked at the cuff and I thought, that's the one.
A lady's so-called black sheep sweater breaks world records. We leave you tonight with a playful wool sweater that's just become the most expensive jumper ever sold at auction. You'll understand why when we show you who wore it. The OG fashionista, slang for an incredibly exceptional person. Here's CTV's Joy Malvin.
She was the most photographed woman in the world, the mother to a future king who used her star power to make a difference. Diana wore many show-stopping outfits over the years, but this week it wasn't her glamorous gown sold at auction, but a woolly red sweater that smashed records. Worn by the 19-year-old newly engaged princess at a polo match in 1981, the so-called black sheep sweater sold for more than $1 million in a frenzied bidding battle.
I think Princess Diana has really used fashion as a way to communicate. If we think of influencers today, influencers make a decision of what pieces they wear to reflect their values.
Many have speculated Diana liked the playful jumper because she too felt like a black sheep, an outsider in the royal family. The sweater even made an appearance in the series The Crown. But until now, the original had been tucked away, forgotten in an attic for more than 40 years. Discovered by the co-owner of the knitwear company, who replaced it for Diana after it was torn.
I just obviously hadn't looked in that box. And there it was. And I looked at the cuff and I thought, that's the one. That is Diana's jumper, the real one.
The company still sells a version of that black sheep sweater.
Look at that.
The designers say they're forever indebted to the late princess for putting their shop on the map.
It wasn't like now where you put it on social media and it would be absolutely everywhere in seconds. It was kind of, wow,
yes, wow.
Is incredible.
But people didn't really know it was ours.
No.
Yes, so it took a while to get the word out that it was ours.
The most valuable sweater ever sold at auction, a testament, they say, to Diana's legacy after all these years. Joy Malvin, CTV News, Washington.
And that is our newscast for this Sunday. Thank you for sharing your time with us. I'm Sandy Ronaldo. Omar is here tomorrow. Have a good night and a safe week ahead. I'll see you soon.